Lag? Hello? Okay. That's fine, I suppose. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to keep trying to learn how to PVM. We're going to keep trying to get better at the whole thing, trying to make a little bit of money along the way, and try and push ourselves a little bit further than we normally do. So we are going to want to try and make a little bit of money before the next Elder Godwars boss. I'm sure we've all seen the trailer at this point, and we know it's going to be a pretty big Glacor. So realistically, I am going to want to try and make a little bit of money to get myself an SGB, because I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the best spec weapon there. We also want to try and push ourselves to use our abilities a little bit better, and try and work on getting better PBs and kill times at bosses that we already know. That's really going to be the only way that we notice whether or not we make any sort of improvements. So today we're going to be heading off to Karapak, as it still makes pretty good money per hour really. The standard loot is actually really pretty good, and the broadcasted items are actually still worth quite a little bit. We are also going to be pushing ourselves to go try something that I've never really done before. A boss that really is kind of an unknown to me, and that is going to be Telos. Telos is one of the best money makers in the game, if you can actually get good at it. It's pretty unlikely that I'm actually going to get any good at it, but you know, we've got to start somewhere, right? So if this is the kind of thing that you do enjoy, then do like the video, dislike it if you dislike it, and subscribe if you are new. With that being said, let's get into the video. Post edit here. We also have a new Discord channel if anyone is interested in joining that. It's just something where we can all hang out, and it's going to be somewhere that I post videos as soon as they go live. I'll chuck a link down in the description, so if you're interested, then go click that. With that being said, let's get back into it. Alright, so we are going to start with Karapak, and we are pretty much just doing normal mode at this point. And really that just comes down to the fact that I personally know that I cannot solo hard mode, and I'm just not even close. I've attempted it and it's just not even going to happen. Now obviously I could find a trio to go with or whatever, but you know, I've noticed that pretty much anyone in the clan or people that I know that go do hard mode, they already have groups that they want to go with, and they can guarantee kills that way. And honestly, at this point, I wouldn't really want to feel like I'm sort of dragging anyone down and having to teach somebody, especially when I know that they can just go ahead and get kills themselves. So maybe one day I'll do hard mode, but that's not happening right now. However, normal mode Karapak is actually really good money. Honestly, I want to say over the course of all my kills, I've probably averaged about 1 mil per kill. You know, sometimes I'll get like a 750k drop, and sometimes I'll get a 2 mil plus drop. And really anything in between that. From just the standard loot table, it's really the Hydrix bolt tips that you're wanting to go for. However, for me personally, those cannonballs are actually really useful. Normally I actually use quite a lot of cannonballs for farming clue scrolls ready for those videos. And doing this boss pretty much means that I just don't have to go buy them off the G really. Now, an item that I noticed that Karapak drops actually quite frequently, I don't know how rare it is, but I seem to get a hell of a lot of effigies here. Now, I haven't recorded all of my kills, but genuinely I think I've had about, I don't know, 15 effigies in all of my kills. I usually end up getting about 1 or 2 per hour, really, when I'm here. So I don't know if they're common or not, or whether, you know, I'm just super lucky with those. But honestly, I'd probably rather take the money over the XP. So regarding the actual fight itself, I'm sure there is an absolute ton of stuff that I could do to improve my kills. So for a little while I was still getting used to the fight, my kill times were sort of just over the 3-minute mark. Now I'm sure that's pretty slow for pretty much everyone, right? Like, I don't know, I'm still learning this whole thing, so I don't know. But I managed to actually get a PB of exactly 3 minutes, and I think it was literally the kill straight after where I somehow completely smashed it and ended up getting a 2-minute 45 kill. Now this was using vulnerability bombs, and this was pre-nerf to the Grico, but I know that the nerf isn't actually that bad, I don't think. But either way, it was sort of before everything kind of got a bit nerfed. Now, I actually stopped playing for a couple of weeks just because I had some real life stuff going on, and when I came back, obviously the Grico nerf had already happened. So to make up for the damage loss, I ended up buying a Scripture of Jazz, because quite a lot of people said it was really quite good, especially for how kind of little it costs really to maintain. So this was really just a small upgrade that I decided to buy, and it's actually the first time that I've really ever used a pocket slot item. So remembering to activate it and deactivate it and stuff is really weird to me. But yeah, I heard it's pretty good, and I think it only cost me about 68 mil. So I'm sure that'll pay itself off in the long run. Now, I genuinely tried to keep motivated here at Carapac, and I know at this point we have a pretty big clan, and pretty much everyone in there is super lucky. I mean, really, they have to be either lucky or I'm just super unlucky. I really don't know. I mean, if I can find the clip, I'll try and show where I got absolutely baited on a broadcast because somebody in the clan got a broadcast at exactly the same tick that I killed Carapac. But I'm currently sat at about 120 KC with absolutely nothing on the log. Now, I know 120 KC really isn't that much, but considering you get 3 drops, you know, that's essentially 1 in 360 that I still haven't gotten anything. Now, obviously I'm not saying that I should be deserving any sort of item at that kind of KC, but I genuinely don't get a lot of time to play. So that 120 KC takes me about a whole week to kind of really get that kind of kill count. It's actually one of the reasons that these PVM videos don't come out as often as I really would like them to, because I can literally spend all week trying to kill something to get a broadcast or whatever, right, for a video, and I'll just get absolutely nothing. But, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm still making progress and, you know, getting better at certain bosses and stuff anyway, so that's the kind of thing that I really want to see anyway. But I think that's going to be enough for Carapac for today. And it's now time to move on to probably what's going to be my biggest PVM challenge yet. It's time to learn some Telos. Alright, so starting to get into this was actually not technically the first time I'd ever done Telos. The first time I'd ever attempted it was when they first did that free death combat week, and I pretty much went into it completely blind and just brute forced my way through it. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I actually only managed to get 2 kills, and they were both at 0%. I'm pretty sure both times I tried to streak, and I just could not manage that second kill. However, since that time, I have actually kind of improved a little bit at the whole PVM thing. But one of my problems is that, and this doesn't just apply to RuneScape, but I can't really just watch a guide or read text on what's going to happen during a fight. I have to experience it to kind of learn what's going to happen. So the attempts that you're going to be watching today are pretty much me going in after not going there for, 8 months or so? And again, I didn't re-look at any sort of guides or anything. This was just pretty much going completely blind again. So my first attempt went pretty much as expected, honestly. I ended up dying because I'm a big dum-dum. I honestly couldn't write down all of the things that went wrong, it would just be a huge list. So for the next 3 attempts, I actually managed to get a kill for each of those. However, phase 3 is really not something I knew what I was doing at the time. Honestly, looking back at the footage, it's pretty embarrassing really. Like, I understand that he shouldn't be standing in the red beam as his bar will go up and he'll end up doing his nuke. Honestly, still not sure what those golems do. I just kill them off because I'm assuming they're contributing to his bar going up. But you know, at this low in rage, I was able to just kind of eat through the nuke. Obviously that's not ideal, I should really learn the mechanics of beforehand I suppose, but like I said, I can't really keep that kind of stuff in my head, I have to like experience it. Now, after the 3rd kill, I actually decided to go get the maniacal aura. I think I actually got the dark magic one as well, just because I had the points. But I wanted to see what it would be like with maniacal aura, just because I felt like I was actually splashing quite a lot, even though I was using an Inquisitor's staff and Elder Overloads. Now, after getting the aura, I went on to do another 3 kills, and these went actually pretty smoothly besides one thing. And that was the so much power attack. I, at the time, didn't know when it was going to come, I didn't really understand it at all, and I didn't really know what to do. So after actually watching the clips back, I realised that it was when the blue bar fills up is when he uses the so much power. Now, I actually claimed at the 54% in rage, and that was pretty much down to the fact that I didn't, at the time, like I said, know what the so much power was all about, so I knew that I couldn't keep tanking that. This was also the time where I took that couple of weeks break, and I came back and kept trying to go back to Telos at that point. So my first couple of attempts at coming back after that break was pretty much as expected. I ended up dying both times, and it was at P3 again. But yeah, it was just trying to get back used to the fight after taking a couple of weeks off. Now, after those deaths, I managed to get another couple of kills. I 100% know that P3 is where my issue lies most of the time. but I managed to get my 10th and 11th Telos kill, and I got my streak all the way up to 87%. Now I did try to keep the streak going and tried to push it to 100%, but once again I ended up dying and it was once again at P3. However, this time it was to a hold still. I thought that I pressed freedom and tried to surge away, and obviously it just didn't happen. So, you know, that was just kind of a bit of a mistake on my part, but it is what it is. So yeah, the loot from those 2 kills after I died was a cool 49k, so absolutely worth it. But yeah, that is pretty much all of the Telos that I managed to get done in the last couple of weeks. And honestly, I don't think I've done too bad. I know that I am still pretty much brute forcing the entire fight. But you know, considering a few months back or whenever I started this whole PVM learning series, I really didn't even know how to do anything at all. So I don't know, it feels like a pretty big improvement to me personally. But yeah, I intend to do a lot more of Telos. This is just this beginning and I want to 100% get past that 100% in Rage. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. So like I said before, if you enjoy it, then please do like the video, dislike it if you dislike it, and subscribe if you are new. And as usual, I'll catch you in the next one.